up in, who was raised in really dire poverty, to have the chance to come to the United States, to be raised in the public school system here and find teachers who looked out for me, and ultimately to be given the chance to become a doctor and to serve as Surgeon General. This is an extraordinary kind of story that many of us have had, but can only occur in very few countries. And it's one of the reasons that I will always be grateful for the blessing and the power of the United States of America. I will also say that one of the things that this kind of experience teaches me, and I suspect all of us in our own way have walked very unlikely paths to this office, have undergone our own hardships, our own challenges, have been raised in difficult environments. We've gone through our own things. But when you get through those experiences and you have the privilege of serving in a position like ours, for me, one of the things it does is it underscores the obligation for us to knock down the barriers that prevent other people from being able to serve, from being other people from being able to be in leadership positions, whether it's in government or in the private sector. And that's one of the reasons that we continue to work closely with groups that have traditionally been marginalized, with young people, with folks of different communities, so that everybody can see that it's our collective responsibility to make sure that opportunity is open to everyone. You know, one of the reasons my parents came to the United States was not because they thought the United States was perfect, but they wanted their kids to grow up in a country that aspired to create opportunities for everyone, that aspired to look at everyone as having equal value. And I know we haven't always lived up to that as a country, but we want to, and it's up to all of us to ensure that we continue to do so. The issue of mental health is one that's near and dear to me for many reasons. One, because as a doctor, I saw a lot of mental health struggles with my patients. And it's also because as a young kid, I struggled a lot with my mental health, even though I never told anyone about that. To this day, I never really talked to my parents about it. But the reason I didn't talk about it was because I was ashamed. It's the same reason so many people don't. Right? I thought that struggling with your mental health means something is wrong with you, that you were broken in some way. And worst of all, I think that makes us feel like we're perhaps not likable or not lovable. And that's a terrible thing to feel. And right now, there are many people, adults and young people across our country who are feeling that way. And we can change that. We can shift that simply by opening up conversations about mental health, by talking to people about how they are, by checking on our friends who we know are struggling